I have a solution for this. Is this you? I want to speak Korean, but dot dot dot. Or one more. I know how to read Korean, but I don't know what I'm saying. If you ever said any of these, I have a solution for you. You ready for the solution? Oh, it's like written right below this. Do you see it? Do you see it? Do you see it? Okay, let's zoom in. Expanding your vocabulary. There is no shortcut. If you don't know what the words are, you won't know how to say them, right? So, in this video, I want to show you how we can expand our vocab and how we can make sentences and how that's going to help us really speak Korean because that is the solution. So, are you ready to expand some vocab with me together? I have all of these color coded fun books that I have written, and today we're specifically going to use this book. Korean Dictionary You Needed, because that's going to be what the solution is. We're going to expand our vocab using this dictionary because this dictionary has the pictures, the audio, romanization, Korean words, everything, and topics that you can just like you name the topic, it's gonna have it in this dictionary because I called it dictionary, right? And if you're interested in any of the books, I'll also go into details of what these books are later, but let's get to them. So, ready? Here we go. I am going to open up right here. So, inside of this book, of course, there's like 1,000 Korean words. And we're not going to go over 1,000 words because I want you to do just like step by step. And your job today, as you're watching this video, is to help your brain. Your brains need a lot of support. It's not going to be like, oh, passive learning, Aina's talking, I'm not doing anything. Sometimes you'll have to write a flashcard. One of really great way I recommend. Bring a flashcard and write it down with me. Or speaking it multiple times with me. Maybe you have to repeat it 10 times per word. And if that's going to help the brain, go ahead and do it. And maybe you have to kind of like dance the words out. If that's how you learn, kinesthetic learners, let's go. You can do that too. So, whatever it is to help your brain remember the words and actually apply the words to your real life to make sentences, I'm going to help you with them too in my video. Go ahead and do it. Don't be shy, and we're going to do it together because my job is to bring this to life. Right? I don't want it to be like you watch the video and it's done. So let's get started. Here we go. So, in this video, in this chapter, book, there are so many chapters, but I'll go over some really basic chapters that you have to know as a beginner. So, first we got the people chapter, and inside there's like family, baby, face, body parts, internal organs. You don't talk about internal organs every day, but maybe your family. It's a big part of your life. So I'll go over family. That's the first chapter we're gonna do. So repeat after me as you watch this video. Repeat, and we will go from me. Yes? Me, formal is 저. Say 저, 저, 저. Yep. Me, casual is 나, 나, 나. Point at yourself. 나, 나, 나. So that's why you probably heard of like 저는 아이나예요. 나는 blah 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 blah. So 저는 나는 depending on who you're speaking to, you can choose formal or casual version of it. Okay? Then let's go to mom and then we'll go to dad. Mom, there's formal too. Like in English we have mother and then we have mom. Mother is 어머니. 어머니, 어머니, 어머니. Mom, casual. 엄마, 엄마, 엄마. Yes. And look at the picture. Put it in the brain. Yes. And we're going to go to dad. We have father, formal. 아버지, 아버지, 아버지. And then dad, casual. 아빠, 아빠, 아빠. All right. I don't want you to stop at just vocab, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull out some cards from here. This is directly from my game changer. I know you guys saw my game changer. A lot of you are already in this program. I call it the game changer because it helps you make sentences like in a brand new way, game changing way, where you pull out one card and then you would just like plug in a noun. Or for the green ones, that's like plug in your verb. Do you see V? Yes, like that. So you just plug in your noun, plug in your verb, and then there's your sentence in a few seconds. So if you're interested, I'll also have all of these flashcards and the program in my description so you can check it out. Here, what I did, I pulled out some patterns that could match our family vocab bank. So here's the first one I brought. Ta-da! Yeah! So this is something I went over already in my other video. If you haven't watched the self-introduction video, go watch it because it's going to be really helpful. So here we have this is N. It is N. This is N and it is N for consonant ending on the top. And then we have vowel ending. So if I want to say, hey, this is my dad. This is my dad. We have appa, right? Appa ends in what? Does it end in a consonant or vowel? Look at it. It ends in a vowel. So I'm going to pick the second one. Oh, 아빠예요. This is my dad. that's my. 제 아빠예요. 제 아빠예요. 예요. This is my dad. Oh, okay. What about like here we did mom? Mom also ends in 엄마, a vowel. So I'll be picking this flashcard. 제 엄마예요. 제 어머니예요. It's my mother. It could be formal too. Both 어머니 and 엄마, they end in a vowel. So the top one is an E vowel and this one is an A vowel. So I picked the second flashcard here. But these two mean the same thing. It's just depending on consonant ending or vowel ending, you'll have to pick it. So in my flashcards, I made sure to color code it and like write it down, consonant and vowel. So you don't have to think, you can just like plug it in. All right, so that is the first pattern that's gonna go really well with the family members. Now, let's travel to our grandparents, grandmother from dad's side. Do you see it? We call it 친할머니. 친할머니. Yes. 친할머니. We can plug in which one? 예요 or 예요? Look at the pattern. This is my grandmother. 친할머니 ends in a E vowel. So again, it's going to go with the second pattern. 제 친할머니예요. 제 친할머니예요. Oh, you're doing an amazing job plugging these in, repeating after me, and all of that. So on the top, I see grandfather. So 친, still put it there. It's from that side. 친할아버지. 친할아버지. Look at my mouth. 친할아버지. So try to copy how I move my mouth. It's going to help you. My brain is like going back and forth with English and Korean. 제 친할아버지예요. Because 예요, again, G and then an E vowel. 제 친할아버지예요. This is my grandfather. Now, the same word 할머니 and 할아버지 will stay except in our mom's side, we have to put 왜. 왜 할머니? Do you see it? 왜 할머니? So again, plug in our pattern. 제 외할머니예요. 제 외할머니예요. And now on the top, I see 외할아버지. 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 So we are expanding our vocab and we're making sentences as well. So it could come to you in like a real life scenario. So imagine your family members as you're saying this. It's going to help a lot. Okay, so then moving on to the bottom area of this chapter, uncle. We have uncle. Say 삼촌, 삼촌, 삼촌. Yeah, O vowel there. O, chon. Now, it's my uncle, 삼촌. What does it end in? You have to like look at it. Even in my romanization, if you look at the English, you know it's a N, and N is not a vowel. It's a consonant. So we have to go with the top one here. So this one is the consonant ending. This is N. 제 삼촌이에요. 제 삼촌이에요. 제 삼촌이에요. This is my uncle. 제 삼촌이에요. 안녕하세요. Right? And what about our auntie? We talk about her. We say 이모. Say emo. One like memory tip. Well, we can always make connection with our vocab, right? That I always tell my student is like aunt, like emo sounds like emotional. Maybe like you have an emotional auntie. So we can say emo, 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 emo. And emo ends in what? O vowel. So we have to pick the second pattern. 제 이모예요. 제 이모예요. Yeah, so good. Let's see if I prepared another pattern for you guys. Ooh, what about this one? I also brought I have noun, I don't have noun. How would that work with this? Maybe some of you have an aunt, some of you don't have any auntie. And we can also plug it in here later when we have other vocab like younger sibling or son, younger sister. I think that would make it so perfect with this. Okay, so let's go down to our sibling section. So here we have younger sibling. Just in general, we call that 동생, 동생, 동생. Now I feel like squeezed in between these two sides. So I hope you see me and you're repeating after me. So 동생 just generally, but we can definitely specify by putting younger sister or brother. So we got sister, 여동생, 여동생, 여동생. And for younger brother, you see on the bottom, 남, 남동생, 남동생, 남동생. Now plug it in. I have a younger sibling, just in general, the top one here. So that ends in a 응 consonant. So here you see I have something, I don't have something. So let's go with the first one. And you see something in the parentheses, like 이가. That's the subject markers I put it for you in our pattern flashcards, so you don't have to think about like, do I need a marker here? Right? So, and on the top of the markers, E, right on top of that, you'll see C. That's the consonant ending. So if your noun ends in a consonant, you pick E marker. And then if your noun ends in a vowel, pick the ka marker, subject marker. Because it usually, for our subject markers, you have to use the subject markers for fixed expressions like I have something, I don't have something. So in this case, 동생 ends in a consonant, so I'm going to pick E. 동생이 있어요. 동생이 있어요. Say it with me. 동생이 있어요. Right? And you might not have a younger sibling, so you want to use the second pattern here. 동생이 없어요. 동생이 없어요. And you know I put it in the parentheses. You know what that means? You can drop the markers, and that's okay too. You're not going to change it. The meaning is just you may drop it if you want to. So I'm going to now say it without the markers. 동생 있어요. 동생 있어요. You can drop the 요 at the end to make it even casual. 동생 있어. 동생 있어. 나, me. 동생 있어. I have a 동생. And then I don't have a 동생. 동생 없어. 동생 없어. Notice how I drop the 요 when I want to, because in Korean we have like casual form, polite form, formal form, depending on what you want to say and who you're talking to. And I'll show you when to use what later on too. Okay, so that's for younger siblings. And then now, what about our older ones? Well, that kind of depends on who's saying it. So for older brother, if you're a female like I am, and you have an older brother, you have to call them oppa. You've probably heard of them, right? In K dramas, they go oppa, oppa. So yes, it is older brother, but it could also mean like an older male friend. Yeah. So, not just restricted to family members. And all of these, not just oppa, all of these sibling words, I could have an older female friend and I can call them 언니, although she's not my family. You see what I mean? I think it's very cultural in Korea to do that. So it feels more close and we're like a family, although we're not? So oppa, that's by female, older brother. And if you're a male calling older brother, you can say 형, 형, 형. Yeah. So I could say 오빠 없어요. 오빠 없어요. 오빠가 I just chose a marker because 오빠 ends in a vowel. 오빠가 없어요. 오빠가 없어요. If I have it, what would it be? 오빠가 있어요. 오빠가 있어요. Wow, so good. Okay. What about older sister? I'm like so excited here because I just know that this video is gonna reach the right people and you're gonna expand your vocab and you're gonna come up with a solution to speak Korean. And that really excites my heart. Okay, so older sister, we have two versions. Called by female is 언니, 언니, 언니. So 언니가 있어요. 언니가 있어요. Or 언니가 없어요. And drop the markers. 언니 있어요. 언니 없어요. And you can drop the yo too if you want to. And call by male. So if you're a male, you have an older sister, you can say 누나, 누나, 누나. Yeah. So 누나가 있어요, 누나가 없어요, and all of that could be a sentence. And of course, don't forget about these patterns. They could work too. Like this is my sister, 누나예요. This is my older brother, 오빠예요. And you are making sentences, you're expanding your vocab, and all of that. So then I think we are left with just the last two words in this page. Son. 아들, 아들, 아들. And here we have daughter. You're gonna use it with the double d, d, 딸, 딸. It's often romanized with the tt. And then I hear my students go tal. It's not t. It's like the double d, just to be a little bit more accurate. So we have d, 딸, 딸. Right. This is my daughter. 제 딸이에요. 제 딸이에요. Or this is my son. 제 아들이에요. 제 아들이에요. I just use these patterns here. This is. Okay? And that wraps up our family chapter. Is this helpful for you guys? And then this book not only comes with this, because I want to make sure that you have something that you can keep track of. And like, do I have this vocab here? Do I remember it? Right? You may have your flashcards, but when you get this book, I did include our bonus book that we created manually. That's called a quiz book for Korean dictionary. So we just went ahead and did our family. So this is the chapter that you want to print it out and really see if you got it all. Okay, so you're gonna just like mix and match. What is grandfather? And then look at the vocab bank and you're gonna put it down and then put a score on the bottom to really see if you got it. And then you can check the answer key later on to see if you really got it. Okay, so that is there for all the chapters with our Korean dictionary, and we like handmade them. Like every part of it is designed by us. Our team and I really did this together. Okay, so that is Korean dictionary and the quiz book. And what about we do like another chapter? Yes, we can do one more. What about this time we go to our shopping chapter and expand our vocab? Let me get rid of our pattern flashcards. let's do this like this. So you guys can just focus on the words and then I'll bring some new patterns that could match shopping. Yes? Okay, so I'm gonna congratulate you by doing this. You finished one chapter. Yeah! So we gotta celebrate. Good job. High five if you're here. Yes. And I just used my little sound effect. I hope you feel my love. And let's go to our shopping chapter. Clothes. So this is something you wear all the time and you see all the time, and it's also very essential part of your day. So we are going to use this and expand our vocab. So repeat after me. Here we go. T-shirt, T-shirt. That's it. It comes from an English word and just use the Korean accent. T-shirt. T-shirt. And then we have jacket. That's jacket. Jacket. But I hear jacket. Jacket. I know it's written jacket, but rarely. I hear jacket a lot of times. Then we have skirt. 치마. 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 Yeah. 반바지. That's shorts. 반 here, the first character. 반 means half. And 바지 means pants. So half pants. 반바지. 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 And going down here, you'll see pants. 바지, 바지, 바지. And using the word 바지, let's add denim in front of it. Denim is 청, 청. So here we got jeans, 청바지, 청바지, 청바지. Then we have coat, 코트, 코트, 코트. Don't you love seeing English words just like in Korean? It's like, oh, thank you for the break. So this is good. And suit is 양복, 양복, 양복. Then we got two more. Oh no, three more. Dress, 드레스, 드레스, 드레스. Another English word. Bra, 브라, 브라, 브라. And underwear, panty, panty, panty. I have to tell you everything. I have to teach you these like, essential vocab that you can use in your day to day. So that is quick like clothes chapter, and now I'm going to pop in our pattern flashcard so you can connect it all together. So we have N 이가 어때요? This is super useful when you're shopping. So you shop with your partner, shop with your friends, and you're like, how is this? How is this? Right? So we have how is something. What do you think about noun? Noun 이가 어때요? Noun 이가 어때요? So your job is to just get the vocab, plug it into the pattern, done. You have a full question, full sentence right there. So if I want to say, hey, how is this skirt? So I'm going to use my vocab. That's my noun. By the way, this N stands for noun. 치마 어때요? 치마 어때요? You can put the markers. 치마 ends in a vowel, so I'm gonna pick 가. 치마가 어때요? But I can drop it. It's in the parentheses. I don't always need it. So when I'm just talking daily, I will just drop it and say 치마 어때? I even drop the 요 because I'm usually shopping with my friends, not strangers. 치마 어때? 이 치마, this skirt 어때? 예뻐? 귀여워? 살까? Should I get it? Is it pretty? And what about I go, oh, how are these jeans? 이 청바지 어때? 이 청바지 어때요? I used 이 in front of the object to mark this. 이 청바지 어때요? 예뻐요? 좋아요? What about one more? Dress. That's 드레스. 드레스 어때요? 드레스 어때? Yeah, say it with me so it could become yours. Sentences should become yours. And I'm teaching this, I'm delivering my content, and I want it to really deliver all the way in here, all the way in here. Yes? So 드레스 어때요? 예뻐요. 좋아요. And I brought one more pattern here. Another very useful one when you're shopping, you want to ask, how much is this? How much is this, ma'am? So I can say 드레스 얼마예요? Drop the markers just for day-to-day speech. 드레스 얼마예요? 드레스 얼마예요? And maybe 티셔츠? 티셔츠 얼마예요? 티셔츠 얼마예요? What about suit? 양복 얼마예요? 양복 얼마예요? 만 원입니다. It's 만 원, the Korean money. Or 2만 원입니다. It's 20,000 won. They're going to answer you back. Okay, so how are we doing with vocab expansion? We did 2 chapters, but we learned like how many? Wow, the balloons. They are celebrating you too. I think it's like about 30, 30 words that we did all together. So I hope you're enjoying this lesson. And just like that, expanding your vocab is so important. We have all kinds of chapters here, like shoes, accessories, shopping, like skincare, you name it. And promise me, if you're really into, learning Korean, and if you want to be fluent in Korean, my challenge for you is doing and memorizing 10 vocab a day. And if you have a really tight schedule, maybe you want just like 5 a day is fine too, because your goal is consistency. 5 vocab a day. And that's like 25 words a week. And think about it in a month. Think about it in a year, how many you'll learn, and how many times you'll be like, wait, I actually know how to say, how is N? How is this perfume? 이 향수 어때요? Because I knew the vocab, because I knew my patterns, I was able to plug it in and say the sentence that I want, right? So just like that, you guys can expand your vocab. And also, next suggestion is knowing your patterns, because patterns, more than phrases, like if you think about it, phrases give you that one phrase, like 안녕하세요, 잘 먹었습니다. That's a phrase. But pattern, what it does is one pattern, one pattern, and you plug it in here, any nouns or verbs you like, and with just one pattern, you have the freedom to create thousands of sentences. If you know the vocab, you just plug it in and then mix and match, right? So I highly recommend to do pattern study and vocab study together like this. Okay? And if you need resources to help you study the patterns and our vocab, we have it all on our website, right? So let me just show you real quick. A lot of you guys have emailed me and also question like in the comments too, like, hey, what resource should I get for this? So if you are starting out and you really want to learn sentences, this is it. The game changer for Korean grammar, because this book, I have ebooks, the videos, and pattern flashcards, everything in one program. It's not just the patterns, because I don't think this is like for a beginner, they'll be confused. Like, what do I do with my markers? What do I do with the particles? But I have a video lesson that will guide you through step by step. Exactly. So you guys know, okay, this is how I use this pattern. This is how I use our adjectives. This is how I use my verb with the patterns. So I wanted to guide you through that. So it's a whole program that I created to help you guys make sentences. And if you go inside, we have ebooks like this. For nouns, that's orange. I'm going to get rid of this so you guys can see it better. Yeah, like that. So we have ebooks like this. So you'll have a flashcard on the top. We have like separate folder for flashcards, and then this is an example ebook that will show you like 2,000 examples. Okay, so this is how I plugged it in. You will have QR code, you'll have helpful grammar notes for every page, something like this, right? And our verb flashcards also, have it on the top, and then you'll see examples too. And of course, we have a printable separate PDF for you guys to print it all out like I did. I laminated mine, so it could be forever with me. Yes. So that is Game Changer. And then I showed you the Korean dictionary, highly recommended if you're a serious learner. Like I know I need to put my vocab game in so I can be fluent in Korean. Like I'm not playing with Korean. I really want to improve Korean vocab game. Really gotta be on. Okay, so Korean dictionary. And alongside with that, I have a verb book. So if this is also I separated them so you guys can see verb in this book as well. That is just a brief um tour of my book, and I hope you found everything helpful in this video. Hold on, let me just go back to this and vocab expansion. That's all about this video. And if you have any questions or comments, let me know in the comment section. I read all your comments, and it is such an honor and joy to be here and to help you every week and every day. And I love you guys so much. And I hope you learned a lot through today's class. All right. 안녕. I'll see you next time.